Title of this video, lazy commandment keepers. So all these, Galatianized Christians, right? Those who follow the law for their salvation and those who follow the law for, the Christian living, and they're not following the law, right? It's quote unquote, they follow the law. It's funny how they call us lazy when in reality they're the ones that are lazy for not keeping the whole law, right? Galatians 3:10. For as many as are the works of the law are under the curse, for it is written, cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. The works salvation crowd, I don't even know what the heck they do with that verse. I guess they say, well, no, the law is the ceremonial law, right? You're supposed to keep all of that law, but the moral law, yeah, I don't know, just doesn't even make any sense, right? You literally have to. That verse says you have to be perfect, not just for salvation, but it just says you have to keep the whole law. If you want to put yourself under the law, whether it be for salvation or for Christian living, you have to keep all of it. And if you don't keep all of it, then you're under its curse. So yes, all law, quote-unquote, keepers, they're the ones that are lazy. They don't keep all the law. They sin every day, constantly, in mind, word, and action. They live in their sins like everyone else. And I believe, they're the people described in the parable of the talents, of the guy who, the wicked and slothful servant. Well, first off, me, a Christian, we as Christians, we're not wicked. We have the righteousness of God. We are a sweet savor of Christ unto God. So we're not wicked. We're also not slothful because, there's no demand on us. Like, we're not trying to keep the law. We agree with the law's judgment that it's condemned us. It's no longer we who lives, but Christ in us. And we're also not servants. Because in Galatians it says how, we're no longer servants, but children of God. Heirs of God. So that parable of the talents is not talking about a Christian, right? The wicked and slothful servant. That's talking about someone under the law. They're slothful because they haven't kept the whole law. They're wicked because they sin constantly under the law, and the law is just constantly taking into account and judging every thought, word, and deed that they do. So they're slothful and wicked, and they're servants because, well, that's what you are. When you're under the law, you're a servant. So yeah, that's who's being described in that parable. It has to be. You have to put on your, I've heard it best said, you have to put on your gospel glasses when reading those parables. You can't just throw out the gospel, right? Forget about the gospel of grace when reading those parables. The parable can't dictate your gospel. Your gospel has to dictate the parable. If you let the parable dictate what type of gospel you're going to believe in, then it's just going to be a mess. And unfortunately, that's what most people do. There's only grace and law. You have to choose one. Can't mix the two. That's pretty much it. I'm sure I've talked about this subject before, about how, these supposed law followers are the ones who are lazy. Not us, not, the hyper gracers. That's about it. See ya.